This is Mindfulness with Richard Clarke. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. So, welcome. Today, I'm going to talk about mindfulness for the new year, embracing change and finding peace. The New Year's is often a time for reflection and renewal. It's a season filled with hope for what's ahead and perhaps uncertainty about how things will unfold. Mindfulness provides a way to approach this time with both openness and calm. By being present with the natural flow of change and staying grounded in what remains steady, you can navigate the transitions of life with greater peace and clarity. At its heart, mindfulness is about being fully aware of the present moment, your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, without getting caught up in judgment or distraction. This simple act of being present can have a profound effect on how you relate to change. Instead of fearing the unknown or clinging to the past, mindfulness invites you to experience each moment as it comes with curiosity and compassion. Then let it go. As the new year begins, you might find yourself reflecting on what's shifting in your life. These changes might be external, like a new house or moving to a different place, or political, like changing presidents, or internal, like rethinking your priorities. Whatever the change is, mindfulness allows you to pause and notice what's happening. When you feel the need, you can take a moment and just notice and feel your breath. This creates space to notice your feelings without being swept away by them. So, mindfulness also helps you appreciate what stays constant even as life shifts. It might be the support of loved ones, your inner strength, or the rhythm of your breath. Within you, there is a core that is always there, conscious and present. Anchoring yourself in these steady elements can offer peace and comfort as things change. Be grateful for what you have, the wonder of each day unfolding, another day to learn and grow and give and be happy, another day to live and love. Here's a practical way to start. Each morning, before starting your day, just take a few moments to sit quietly. Close your eyes, place your hands on your lap, and take a few deep, mindful breaths. As you breathe, ask yourself, what is changing in my life right now? And what remains steady? You don't need to find answers right away. Simply noticing these questions can help you develop a deeper awareness of your experience. The new year is also an opportunity to set intentions. Unlike rigid resolutions, intentions grounded in mindfulness come from a place of kindness and self awareness. For example, instead of saying, I must stick with this new habit, you might set the intention to approach your goals with patience and flexibility. Life is always changing, and that's a part of its beauty. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to embrace both the shifts and the constants, welcoming each with an open heart. The new year is not about what you plan to do, but about how you choose to be with yourself, others, and the world around you. And now for a guided meditation. Find a comfortable position, spine upright, feet on the floor, hands in your lap. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow your shoulders to relax. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. Let your breath be your anchor, steady and constant. Your breath is always changing in and out, but your breath is always there. As you breathe, think about something in your life that is changing. It could be a big change or something small. Notice any thoughts or emotions that arise without judgment. Now, shift your focus to something that feels steady in your life. It might be the rhythm of your breath, a relationship, or your own inner resilience. Allow yourself to rest in this sense of stability. What are you grateful for today, right now? Let the gratitude fill you. Bring to mind an intention for the new year. This could be a quality you want to nurture, like kindness or patience or compassion, or a way of being, like staying present. Hold this intention gently in your awareness. Picture yourself standing firmly, like a tree with deep roots. Even as the winds of change blow, you remain grounded, swaying with the flow of life, but never losing your center. Now, bring your attention back to your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes and return to the space you're in. And when you're ready, open your eyes, carrying with you a sense of calm and readiness for the year ahead. So, Barley, how's your meditation been?
Almost non-existent, but I guess I was so distracted by the taco party. But I did a couple times listen to the guided meditations like Carol said she likes to. And that is useful for me at this point in time. So I'll keep working on that.
That's good. You know, things that where you continue to return your attention to yourself and what is within you still are in the right way.
Mhm.
And, you know, a lot of what we're doing in meditation is changing our habits, because by habits, we're involved in all this stuff in the outside world. And what we don't do is take time to just be with ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. How about you, Tom?
Well, you just reminded me I forgot the taco party.
Oh.
But I was at the American Legion for its kind of New Year's Day event, and it was quite exciting. Music and shrimp, potato salad, and lots of people, lots of people. So anyhow, I survived. Um, it's been a very active holiday season, and I appreciate that. Much more active than my time would have been in the States,
Mm-hmm.
and also much more, I would say, focused on family, on community, on collaboration together, and so on. So I like that. I like that approach, and of course the weather was perfect. But all in all, a very good season. And I understand it's not over. The Mexicans tell me we still have 3 kings to go through. So that will extend I guess, the period for a month, a couple of months actually. That's it.
Uh-huh. Have you been able to meditate during this time of activity?
I have been yes, I have had collective meditation periods
Uh-huh.
in the Heart of Awareness. I've gone to the
Uh-huh.
meditation there. I have also been practicing the Hugh chant
Uh-huh.
and doing some reading, spiritual reading. So I would say that it's an improvement in terms of more regularity than in the past. It's certainly in my consciousness, so I'm very happy about that.
That's good. That's good. All right, and now we have a video, another from Alan Watts. When life changes, stop clinging to it.
You must understand the idea of the world as being in flux. I gave you the Sanskrit word dukkha, the sense of frustration. Dukkha really arises from a person's failure to accept the other two characteristics. Lack of permanent self and change. The feeling that we have of an enduring organism, I meet you today and I see you, and then tomorrow I meet you again and you look pretty much as you looked yesterday, and so I consider that you're the same person. But you aren't, not really. When I watch a whirlpool in a stream, here's the stream flowing along, and there's always a whirlpool like the one at Niagara. But that whirlpool never really holds any water. The water is all the time rushing through it. In the same way, a university, the University of California, what is it? The students change at least every 4 years. The faculty changes at a somewhat slower rate. The building changes. They knock them down and put up new ones. The administration changes. So what is the University of California? It's a pattern, a doing of a particular kind. And so in just precisely that way, every one of us is a whirlpool in the tide of existence. And we are in every cell in our body, every molecule, every atom is in constant flux, and nothing can be pinned down. From one point of view, change is just too bad. Everything flows away, and there's a kind of sadness in that, a kind of nostalgia, and there may be even a rage. Go not gently into that good night, but rage, rage at the dying of the light. If you resist change, you have dukkha, you have frustration and suffering. But on the other hand, if you understand change, you don't cling to it, and you let it flow, then it's no problem, it becomes positively beautiful. Which is why, in poetry, the theme of the evanescence of the world is beautiful. When Shelley says, "The one remains, the many change and pass. Heaven's light forever shines, earth's shadows fly. Life, like a dome of many-colored glass, stains the white radiance of eternity until death shatters it to fragments." Now, what's beautiful in that? Is it heaven's light that shines forever? Or is it rather the dome of many-colored glass which shatters? See, it's always the image of change that really makes the poem. The fact that things are always running out, that things are always disappearing, has some hidden marvel in it. The Japanese have a word, yugen, Y-U-G-E-N, which has no English equivalent whatsoever. And Yugen is, in a way, digging change. It's described poetically. You have the feeling of Yugen when you see out in the distant water some ships hidden behind a far-off island. You have the feeling of Yugen when you watch wild geese suddenly seen and then lost in the clouds. You have the feeling of Yugen when you look across Mount Tamalpais and you've never been to the other side and you see the sky beyond. You don't go over there to look and see what's on the other side. That wouldn't be Yugen. You let the other side be the other side. And it evokes something in your imagination, but you don't attempt to define it, to pin it down. Yugen. So in the same way, the coming and going of things in the world is marvelous. They go. Where do they go? Don't answer, because that would spoil the mystery. They vanish into the mystery. But if you try to pursue them, you've destroyed Yugen. Like I remember when I was almost a child in the Pyrenees, in the southwest of France, we went way up in this gorgeous silence of the mountains. But in the distance we could hear the bells on the cows clanking. And somehow those tiny sounds brought out the silence. And so in the same way, slight permanences bring out change. Life is life, you see, just because it's always disappearing. Supposing suddenly, by some kind of diabolical magic, I could say zit, and every one of you would stay the same age forever. You'd be like Madame Tussauds waxworks. You'd be awful. In 1,000 years from now, what beautiful hags you would be. So, the trouble is that we have one-sided minds. And we notice the wave of life when it is at its peak or crest. We don't notice it when it's at the trough, not in the ordinary way. It's the peaks that count. Take a buzzsaw. What seems important to us is the tips of the teeth. They seem to do the cutting, not the valleys between the teeth. But do you see, you couldn't have tips of teeth without valleys between them. Therefore the saw wouldn't cut without both tips and V-shaped valleys. But we ignore that. We don't notice the valleys so much as we notice the mountains. Valleys point down, mountains point up. And we prefer things that point up because up is good and down is bad. But seriously, we don't praise the peaks for being high and blame the valleys for being low. But it is so, you see, that we ignore the valley aspect of things. And so all wisdom begins by emphasizing the valley aspect as distinct from the peak aspect. We pay plenty of attention to the peak aspect. That's what captures our attention. But we somehow screen out the valley aspect. But that makes us very uncomfortable. It seems that we want and get pleasure from looking at the peaks, but actually this denies our pleasure, because secretly we know that every peak is followed by a valley, the valley of the shadow of death. And we are always afraid, because we are not used to looking at valleys, because we are not used to living with them. They represent to us a strange and threatening unknown. Maybe we are afraid the principle of the valley will conquer and the peaks will be overwhelmed. Maybe death is stronger than life, because life always seems to require an effort. Death is something into which you slide effortlessly. Maybe nothing will overcome something in the end. Wouldn't that be awful? And so we resist change, ignorant of the fact that change is life, and that nothing is invariably the obverse face of something. So space, night, death, darkness, not being there is an essential component of being there. That's the way being is made up.
All right, and now we'll take a few minutes to meditate quietly within ourselves. Mindfulness is present moment awareness. Paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced. Then let it go. Right. And I'll close with a chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. All right, comments, questions, observations? You're muted, Barley.
That was very good. I was breathing in the mountains and breathing out the lows, or the what was that?
Mm-hmm.
The highs and the lows. Breathing in, breathing out. Yes, that's very true.
I found it one of the activities that I've engaged in as a result of the sessions are listening to Alan Watts' presentations more. So
Uh-huh.
that's been productive. I really like what he has to say and how he says it.
Me too.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, he's a good guy.
Is he
Is he
still
still alive?
alive?
I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Okay. It's easy to find out, but
Yes, when my brother was murdered in his household about 40 years ago, Alan Watts's daughter was his housekeeper and found his body.
oh, wow. Hmm.
Where did this occur? Where did this occur?
This occurred in Marin County in the Bay Area.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Sometimes the changes are shocking.
Yes. Yeah, that was shocking. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, uh, have a good year and approach it with peace within yourself.
Thank you. Richard, are your meditations on YouTube?
I post these on YouTube also, yes.
Under your name?
I'll send you the link to the channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. Namaste, and we'll see you next week, and have good meditation.
Thank you.